Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn November 19, 2022. The moon spends the day in your sign, and you're craving a connection to the world around you. You can feel as if you're coming alive emotionally. Today also brings the planet of communication, Mercury, which also happens to be your planetary ruler, into your home and family sector. This transit, lasting until December 6th, brings on a livelier, more communicative home or personal life. Venus just headed into the same sector yesterday, and Mercury's move today puts even more focus on your domestic world. In a worldly sense, you may not be at your very best when it comes to expressing your ideas and garnering support for them, but personally, you are communicating with more ease and pleasure. You are more able to discuss matters in a rational, objective manner, and this makes it an excellent time to get things out in the open with loved ones. It's an excellent time for performing some form of a reset, with thinking and communicating if these things have run ahead of you. You're thinking about your long-term security and projects that have the potential to perform for you for years to come. Get ready to spread your wings and it comes to matters of the heart. Yesterday, sweet Venus, our goddess planet of beauty and attraction, entered your solar fourth house of home, family, and domesticity. This means that you can spend more time with your one and only cuddling up within your space, hosting dinner parties, or just feeling at peace within your serenity. If single, host a holiday party for friends and encourage them to bring all their cute single acquaintances. This could create a dazzling opportunity to meet new people while showing off your kitchen witch skills. How can you change your tune? Usually, you are a thoughtful sign who greatly considers thinking before speaking. However, you might feel surprisingly direct with Mercury entering Sagittarius. Your typical refinement may burn away during this blazing mercurial transit. Expect to be more honest, unfiltered, and unedited. Although potentially freeing, you might want to corral your otherwise bold conversational style during this transit to avoid any potential falling victim to the foot-in-mouth syndrome. Aside from this, you might feel more optimistic about work matters and professional correspondences thanks to Mercury in Sagittarius. In the lead up to the moon's return to your income sector tomorrow, this is an important point in any month to start listening to your gut while at the same time holding back. While as an ordinary monthly visit this can sharpen your nose for money and act as a trigger, this will be a valuable chance to check in at a pivotal point in the year across the income, work, and career fronts. It's never too late to go in the direction you want to. Today's planetary alignment lights up the path not taken, and even a steadfast person can be inspired to turn and make its way to a new opportunity. Indeed, your inner voice will tell you something under this transit, and it is in your best interest to listen. Calming, relaxing exercise will help you. Yoga, Pilates, stretching, lifting weights, do whatever you find grounds you. Hot baths are also recommended. The essence of this day centers largely around money and the making of it. Perhaps you've been considering taking a job outside of the home to supplement the family income. If so, this is a great time to do your resume and head out. If you're already working, perhaps a career change is on your mind. Don't hesitate to do some investigative research today. Find out more about the things you'd like to do, and what it would take to make such a move. The moon's monthly visit to Virgo is always a valuable chance to check in, but this could have wider implications today. As well as sharpening your instincts and ensuring you are emotionally and intuitively engaged, this will see the moon clash with the asteroid Juno in your relationship sector today and to both Jupiter and Neptune there tomorrow. This is the moon's first visit since Jupiter returned to your relationship sector, but the only visit while in retrograde motion, something that might push some old buttons. Yet it comes with built-in communication support. Before Mercury left your communication sector yesterday and Venus the day before, as the planets of love and communication, they had done everything they could to ensure the communication lines are open. With the Sun leaving next week, ending all planetary activity on the communication front just as you move into some of the most important weeks of the year on the relationship front, working to keep the communication lines open couldn't be more important. Our eyes in the sky. This is a good time to think about how best to ask for what you want from your significant other in the bedroom. However, there is some tension in the day, so it might not be the best time to share all your thoughts and emotions. Later, when you're feeling more peaceful, you'll be better able to say exactly what you mean. To put it mildly, you are somewhat overwhelmed with what is expected of you. There are frequent misunderstandings, especially with relatives and friends. To avoid making the tense situation worse, refrain from acting in the heat of the moment. You need a great deal of time and patience for talking things over to clear matters up. You come under intense scrutiny and react badly to criticism you might receive from people you care about most. Emotional outbursts lead you to say things you later regret. It is probably best if you try and remove yourself from any tense situation to a quiet place where you're able to reflect on how you feel. In the early evening hours, you'll have more self-control, perseverance, and energy and be able to get some work done. Enjoy the chill and quiet energy of the evening. It's a nice reprieve from the frenetic energy of recent days. Just after midnight, Mercury enters Sagittarius, having sped through the sign of Scorpio in just under 3 weeks. At this time, depth is traded for breadth. We are less secretive. In fact, we may have very little filter at all, causing us to tactlessly blurt things out in moments of passion, heedless of the long-term implications. We are thinking more optimistically, and in our idealism, assume there is less reason to be guarded. After all, the way to establish connections now is to collect diverse perspectives, and for that to happen, others must feel open to taking us into their confidence. This is an excellent time for philosophical or ideological discussions. Differences in opinion can be hashed out without becoming critical or hostile. However, the lower manifestation of this transit can find us going into preachy territory. We should avoid the elitist supposition that we have done more research or are more invested in our claims than those who we are speaking with. This attitude will only cut us off from true understanding. Your uncontrollable energy is causing you big problems. You are in a state of inner turmoil and find it difficult to remain calm. Your friends and relations find your behavior totally unpredictable. They can't make you out. Talk to others about your mental state. They will understand you better and give you good advice. If you're confused, sort out your contradictory feelings. In matters of the heart, it's difficult for others to be sensitive to your needs. Unfortunately, confusion on your part leads people to avoid you and you feel worse. In being more certain about your feelings, your desirability is enhanced and your outlook improves. The cosmic weather is then quiet until the evening, when the Virgo moon forms a quincunx with Chiron in Aries, agitating our emotions. There may not be any apparent events or situations that are triggering right now. However, on a subconscious level, we feel off. Something is not quite right, but we can't put our finger on it. As we engage with others, nagging sensations communicate that we aren't strong enough or good enough, that we are too little or too much. If we try to interrogate these impressions, they evaporate, but when we let our guard down, they return. Feelings of inadequacy will pass quickly. Don't stress, but do commit to returning to this issue later for a deeper analysis.